Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for clicking on the video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over the patch 6.1 PTR notes and my thoughts on them. They came out on MMO Champion. This is the site that I usually go to look up all the hotfixes and stuff and just check up on the forums and see what people are saying about certain classes and stuff. It's just interesting to me. And yeah, the PTR notes have come out. Now, things could still change. They're still in progress. Things could be added. And also, they noted somewhere that I can't really find that they said that a lot of these are just tooltip changes, so if it's something you've seen before, then that's what it is and stuff like that. Now the spell changes. Now I'm just gonna go over right here, keep in mind that many of these are likely tooltip fixes, so just now I'm just gonna go over the ones that just sort of popped out at me. I'm not gonna go over all of them because there's like a million, but the very first one that I saw was this, is that the double trinket buff you get is now 15% instead of 10%. That's pretty awesome. I wonder how that's going to be with other people's like stacking buffs, like priests. They get a 30% buff anytime you hit them. So I'm just wondering how that's going to be. Druids got some set bonuses. Mage got a few different set bonuses. And I know that monks, they also got this. And monks got a lot of changes. Windwalker monks, like all across the board, got a big buff. As needed because they are pretty weak, in my opinion. Paladins got a little set bonus nerf right here. Also with the damage and healing, and I think that's necessary. That's good. It doesn't last as long, which is kind of weird. I feel if they just left it at 2% at 8 seconds, that'd be fine, but making it last only 4 seconds is just kind of weird. Yeah, as I said here, the monks, the Windwalker monks, pretty much got a buff across the board. I mean, all monks actually. Now I'm seeing Brewmasters, Mistweaver, Windwalker. They're just like big buffs. Damage going up by 200%, damage going up by like 80%, 80%. All the damage is going up pretty much. So Windwalkers might actually be viable. Again, it's sad to see that not a single monk in arenas at all. So hopefully this helps them. Alright, Shamans, here we go. Now again, a lot of these are just tooltip changes, so things have already, some of this in here is already applied, they just need to fix the tooltip. But the damage buffs that we're getting for enhance is kind of awesome. So Storm Strike is going up a lot. Storm Strike offhand is going up a lot. Wind Strike obviously is going up. Something I just noticed right here is that it's called Wind Strike twice, and I just thought they just like had copied it twice, but no, it says two different things. So this one says they're just buffing the damage of Wind Strike, which is the ascended Storm Strike. It gives you the crit for nature spells, blah, blah, blah. They didn't want to name all the nature spells, so they just said nature spells. It costs 1% of base mana, and it's got a 30-yard range, while on a 7.5 second cooldown. While it's this one, it says nature spells. It's got a 100-yard range and no cooldown. Now, I'm not really sure what that means. I don't know. I don't think they're going to add a new ability. Maybe they are. Who knows? But this is kind of just confusing. I'm not really sure what to make of this. But could be, it also says it for the Wind Strike offense. So maybe we have a 100-yard range with our Wind Strike now, and this is something else completely. Now, Ellies are getting a huge like help right here, where they're actually making an Earthquake do some damage. So normally what you'd have to do is Chain Lightning, and if you hit 3 people with Chain Lightning, it would increase the damage of your Earthquake, and it was 40% per person. So it was, I think it was a max 120% when you cast Chain Lightning. And then there was some other buff that, it was Mastery, would also increase the damage of Earthquake, while they're changing it now to do 300%, which is kind of crazy. So, now they're changing Fire Nova. It used to be, or what it currently is now, is that all of your Flame Shocks within a certain radius of your distance, I think, will ignite and deal damage AoE. Now, they're taking it down to 7. I don't really understand the need to change that. That's pretty much where all our damage comes from. That's the only way you can ever top damage charts, is if you're in a team fight and it's spreading around. So if there's more than 7 people, I mean, it'll definitely help. Don't get me wrong. That's a lot of AoE, but it's not so bad that it goes out of control. I mean, granted, RBGs or BGs, there is usually only a max of around 7 people because there are other people defending bases and stuff, but I don't know, maybe this is for PvE mainly, maybe it's to tone down their AoE ability, maybe because it's OP in some scenarios, who knows. And one thing I noticed about Maelstrom Weapon that bothers me a little bit is that It no longer, when you get 5 stacks, it would make it a free instant healing surge. Now it's only going to be an instant healing surge, so it's still going to reduce, it's still going to cost mana, but it's going to be stronger. It's going to be 20% stronger per stack, and it's going to be instant, but it's not going, it's still going to cost mana. So say RNG all of a sudden procs a lot, and you get like 15 stacks in a matter of like 4 seconds, and you're just healing surging yourself like crazy, your mana's going down still, so eventually you will go even though you're getting stacks. So Paladins still get to keep their version of this, while as Maelstrom weapon, which is iconic for enhancement shamans, is getting this like sort of nerf. I think it's a nerf personally. I really don't understand why they need to take this out. It's not like it makes it OP. I mean, RNG screws me a lot of the time, because this was said in a forum post that I made, that a lot of times you go to 4 stacks and then just it'll take a really long time to get that 5th stack, and I have seen that happen. But as long as Maelstrom is as RNG as it is, it has every right to do that. But at the same time, like, it reducing its mana cost is like crucial to us surviving, because if we need to spam, we're not going to be able to, because even though we're getting Maelstrom stacks, it's still reducing our mana. Damage buffs look juicy, looks good. Ellies are getting a buff, that's good, they need it. The mobility is still kind of low, but if Ellies start using Earthquake more and they have a reason to use Earthquake more, that'll be good. That'll be really good for them. And now we're down to the racials. There's only 2 of them, but they're pretty good. The Orc one is it reduces stuns. It used to be, or it still is currently 10%. It'll now be 15%. And Will of the Forsaken, which will remove fears and sleeps and stuff, which is like another half trinket or so, used to be a 3-minute cooldown. Now it's on the same cooldown as a regular trinket. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, PTR notes right now, they look pretty good. I like them. I do like the damage buffs. I'm really looking forward to that. About having that extra 5% damage reduction with the double trinkets, I wonder how if this is gonna apply to them at all, or if we're still gonna be overall doing more damage. And I do mess around with Ellie and Resto a lot, so I'm looking forward to trying the whole Earthquake thing. If it's actually viable, not only in damage but in utility, where it might stun the person and make them scared to go on top of you, then they might not need to be as mobile as they used to, because they can sit in that Earthquake whenever it's off cooldown and just do it from there, because they used to be able to run around and echo 1,000 times, but now they can just sit where they are in a safe haven of their Earthquake and be okay. And yeah, thanks for watching.